So I came to the realization after staring at this thing for a while that the cab has to be completely sealed from the rain and the environment. And then the bed section in the rear has to be able to drain all of the water from it. So, right underneath the bed, and of course that's the front plate here, and then this is the wall of the bed. So that gets sealed to the cab. I had some black sealer in there, but it was leaking. So I've redone it with just some white caulking I had. It's COVID times, you just do what you gotta do and use what you got. So I took a page out of a fellow Ute builder's notebook and came up with 1/2-inch aluminum tubing, flared, took a 1/2-inch drill, drilled up from the bottom. There is a cleanout plug, and I'll show you that, and straight up through there, drilled it out, just tapped it down with the ball peen hammer just to round it out, flared the 1/2-inch tubing, dropped it in with a little caulking, and I think she's perfect. So where that tube comes out, if we go down here, line my side here, our hole there, straight down, and there's the aluminum tubing there. So there was 2 holes down here, this hole down here, and another one here with a rubber bung in it. I simply took this rubber bung out there, went straight up through there and drilled a hole, and that's what I dropped the aluminum tube down through, and just drilled a hole in the 1/2-inch hole in the rubber bung, put it through there, and it should be a perfect drain spot. I've just caulked it, so I gotta let the I've gotta let the caulking dry for a day or so, and then we'll dump some water in there, and we'll see how well it drains. Let's take a look on the passenger side. So that's where we want to drill a hole, right in there, just behind that screw sticking up. So if we come straight down, what do we find? We find a rubber plug. So let's just reach up and take out the rubber plug. Rubber plug's out. Let's drill a 1/2-inch hole in that. So that hole there is where we're going to go straight up with the drill. A little tight. So 1/2-inch drill straight up, and now we're going to drill the hole. There we go, we're through. We've now got a drain hole, so we'll just take the ball peen hammer and we'll just flatten that out a bit, and we got a spot to drain the water. Okay. Okay, just use your ball peen hammer. Wires in the way, but you can work around it. There we go. So now we've got a good dimple on that. We can drop the good place to collect the water. And we'll drop the 1/2-inch piping on there. Should be perfect. Okay, so we need about 150 millimeters of tubing. So I just marked that there. We'll flare that and we'll cut it off there. So there's the flaring tool. Set it into the 1/2-inch, and just use the die there just so I know how much to stick up above. Put on the flare, drop her down, crank that up here, and then it's just there we go, side where we get some light. There we go, and we just flare it down. There we go. Back it off. There you go. Here's the flare. Ready to drop in. Then we'll tap her down. Okay, so using the same half-inch drill, just drill a hole through the rubber. So let's just do a test fit. Okay, so we'll put a little caulking on that and then tap her down. That end will be done. Okay, so smeared a little bit of caulking. And we'll just take that. Okay, so just drop it in the hole. Push it down a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, where? The aluminum is very soft, so it doesn't take much to form it to that. Okie doke. So that's done. So now that we have the drains in, let's test this sucker. Throw some water through it. Okay, that's looking good. Now, throw a little bit of water in there. So we definitely got water running here. Okay, we'll shut the water off. Okay, water's off now. I'm pretty impressed. So we have a little bit of water here. And it's running from there, it's running from there. Okay, it's coming from over here, I can see there. So I may have to continue my white caulking all the way across the back there.